Hurricane Milton closing in on the west coast of Florida. Rain and wind already being felt.
This will be my third time doing this, and I will progressively kind of go through this, checking the footage behind me just to make sure that everything is going smoothly. But anyways, what started out as me just focusing on macro photography of a dragonfly that was outside my area at night, yeah, it pivoted to something a little bit different. And that difference was the hurricane that was coming through our area, which is Hurricane Milton. In this instance, my family and I, we chose to evacuate from the area that we're in to go further east to kind of get away from the intensity of the pathway of the storm that we were going to experience. I've been struggling with something for a while now when it comes to catastrophe events. Like, I've struggled with if I wanted to create content in this particular type of space, because I don't want to misrepresent or exploit anything. At least that's not my intentions, and I want to be sensitive to those types of things and whatnot. So I think for me, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do any content, and I hate saying content, but if I wanted to create something within this event in itself that would just really speak to just my artistry, and really just trying to capture those moments and stuff, and I don't know how to explain it. Just wanted to just really just look at my artistry and see as far as like how I can to really just look at the optimistic perspectives within a storm like this, with all the chaos going on. So yeah, that's what I was aiming for in this instance, and I was able to do that when I was able to take photos and videos in my parents' backyard, actually. So when I got into my parents' backyard, already there was water rising in their backyard pond, and yeah, I was kind of concerned because we evacuated to an area that we thought that wasn't going to get the less intensity of the storm, to a situation to where we possibly could get flooded in the back room of my parents' house and stuff. I would say, needless to say, that didn't happen. We were definitely fortunate in that perspective. But I know when I initially got there in the backyard area, I wanted to see as far as like what I could create in that instance, as far as from a photographic standpoint, and see as far as like what ideas stood out to me. And it's interesting enough, it's a lot of times the simplistic things or the minimalistic things that kind of like catch your eyes first. At least for me it does. And I would say is that there was this little small tree that my parents have in their backyard that they're growing and stuff, and it was one of those instances to where I was like, all right, well, let me see what I can create with this particular subject right here, and just start from there. And that kind of like catapulted me to really just start to look at the ecosystem around me. So I would say is that I wanted to really just hone in on getting a lot of before shots and then getting the after shots to see the progression of what occurred in that particular event and stuff. The wind in the middle of the night was just pounding hard, and even the rain was just coming. It was just coming. Everything was just coming down and stuff. And even to add on top of that too, later on we found out that 20 minutes away from us there was a tornado that touched down and went through this small little town area. I believe it's in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And yeah, it was definitely something to I don't know, you try to evacuate out of a storm, but there's still that unpredictability factor that kind of goes on with everything. I want to say a couple years ago, Lake Monroe, which is near downtown Sanford, they actually experienced a lot of flooding that came in from a Cat 1 hurricane. There's one hotel was kind of like off in Lake Monroe, like it's extended out into the lake. I know they experienced some flooding there, but for the most part though, it didn't seem like a lot of people experienced that like it was last time. Last time it was bad. So at least for me, I wanted to capture a lot of the imagery that's out there. If I take a step in, I'm going straight down. I think that, you know, overall, you know, going out there and just capturing some footage and some, you know, photography and creating those images that are out there, you know, I thought that, you know, it would be something to just really just find, I say optimism, find something to just try to create some art with, while also being, you know, respectful and stuff of individuals in their, you know, privacy in their space and whatnot. And, you know, really, I think for me, I just really just wanted to just continue on that theme to where whenever I was at my parents' backyard area, as far as like looking at the simplistic and the minimalistic aspects of photography, I wanted to carry that on over to my experience with, you know, Lake Monroe and documenting that footage and whatnot. So I thought it was pretty dope to be able to capture that. As always, continually appreciate the process. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces. And we're out, son. Yes, sir. All right, cool. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Let's see if it stopped recording.